Welcome to Wildaria. Wildaria is a world that I started working on almost 3 years ago. It started as a clone of Cube World, but I wanted it to look a little bit more like Stardew Valley. It has grown so much since then, with a large core focus on pets and pet taming, kind of like a Pokemon Emerald, but in an action-adventure RPG. But holding true to those infinite biomes, combat, and all the rest. Since I last talked on one of these, I had finished working on some of the main quests, and I started a bare bones idea for a skill tree. Since then, I've worked on creating the swamp biomes, adding new spells to the different kinds of weapons that you can get in the game. I've added mountains and ruins as new points of interest that you can come across in the world. And I've even recently just dropped the oceans biome update, which is one of the biggest updates so far. The oceans are so fleshed out with underwater animals, a diving mechanic, giant fiddler crabs, beaches, palm trees, floating villages, and more. Also included in the update that I'm releasing today on the demo on Steam, I've added a skill tree that you can actually use to, one, upgrade your health, stamina, or mana. Then you can upgrade your armor classes. Yes, now there is a light, medium, and heavy armor class that corresponds to the archery, mage, and warrior classes. Then you'll be able to specialize even further with a basically light, medium, and heavy weapon subclass. On top of the skill tree, I've also added a very simple mechanic for the fast travel system. I thought since the world is infinite, it might be nice to be able to fast travel back to villages. You can just open your map, and now there's actually going to be names for places that you visited. Like villages, they'll have special names. You can click on them to fast travel. And jumping off of that, I've been fixing a lot of bugs recently, I just want to mention. But on top of that, in the next update that I'm planning, I want to focus heavily on pets, bringing pets around to be the forefront of the game, basically. The core of the game should be taming pets, riding them throughout the lands, but also I'm gonna block you from fast traveling until you actually have a flying pet, kind of like in Pokemon. Also, may potentially do that for diving in oceans, haven't decided, but I'd also like to add new points of interest that will basically be secrets that you can only unlock with a special pet. I never thought I would get to it, but after creating beaches for oceans, I've learned a lot about Perlin noise generation, and I was able to create rivers that will flow through forest and swamp biomes, which are super cool. Adds a little bit more flavor and less randomness to the world generation. I'd love if you could have a pet that could basically help you surf to pass through water much faster, coming into a pet update basically. And in a past update, I also wanted to mention a few of my favorite features. When you slay animals now at nighttime, those animals will return as mushroom zombies. Yes, they'll be a little bit more buffed, and they will be aggro, of course. That's any animals. It's gonna affect the future of your gameplay in Wildaria. In a previous update, I added a minigame called Trail Sweepers. So you can go into village centers and you'll find, an old dude playing a board game. He will ask you if you want to play, and you could actually wager some of your coins. And it's kind of like Minesweeper. The difference is the tiles are like a world. Water tiles are zeros, and then the numbered tiles are the amount of trees that are surrounding the beasts or the boars that are in the forest. And the boars are the mines, of course. What I've actually added in this most recent update, super interesting mechanic, is a negative mine. So you know how you have hearts in the top left? Not like normal Minesweeper, but in Trail Sweeper you have 3 hearts. You can actually collect more hearts in each level by finding villages. And villages, since they act as negative mines, they will show up with cut down tree stumps in their area as negative. So you get these really cool complex puzzles where the negatives and positives are balancing out, and basically if one tile is a mine and one tile is a village or a heart, then you're going to get water because that's 0. It's evened out. So it creates a really new, rich depth to Minesweeper. And also the wagering, you'll be able to basically wager your points from every round. You don't actually have to wager your outside money, but you can earn in-game Wildaria currency from just sticking around and playing games with the man in the Times Square. I thought it's super fun. And that about covers everything that I've been working on. I'm super excited for the future, and I've gotten so much feedback on Reddit, on Discord from all of you guys. Thank you so much for following along with the journey, and if you'd like, you can wishlist the game or try the in-development version on the Steam demo. Thank you so much, and have a good one.